Hey guys, Dustin Medlin here. I'm doing a tour of a possible investment property, a bank-owned home over on 68th Terrace in Shawnee, Kansas. And we're just gonna take a look. I've already got inside. There's some other investors over here taking a tour. So I want to go ahead and come inside and stay out of their way and take a look. So let's get to it. So here's the front entryway when you come in the house. And the first thing you're gonna see is it does have a new front entry door. And a screen door that looks like it's in good shape, but as we're turning around, you know, obviously this carpet's gone. There's lots of nail holes, smoke on the walls, so you're gonna need to kills all the walls. Probably paint the trim white. There'll probably be some trim in this house that probably needs replaced. Ceiling looks pretty good. I don't see any active water leaks or any water leaks for that matter yet. Good sized living room. Flows pretty good. And there's that woodwork again. You're gonna see that. Yeah, it's got replacement windows, so these aren't the original windows. That's kind of a good sign, but there is some sign of moisture right there. So I don't know if maybe that's, looks fairly fresh too. At one point or another, it's not wet, but it does look a sign of some moisture there. And then here's the kitchen. So the kitchen is gonna need a redo for sure. Those are some pretty old cabinets. Might be able to get away with painting them. Check the insides of them. Yeah, we could just spray the whole thing, possibly, and put new pulls on it. And that would probably get the job done. But the kitchen's not real big, as you can see. And it's got a door to the back. So really, this would be your dining room, or where you would put your kitchen table is right there, which is connected to that living room we just looked at. So keep that in mind. It's not an eat-in kitchen, to make a long story short. So again, those replacement vinyl windows, those look like in pretty good shape. I kind of walked around this house before I started filming, and I don't think I saw a broken window yet, but there's definitely foundation problems in this house. So we'll get to that here pretty soon. They've addressed some of them, but here's the first set of steps that go up. And then here's a door right here that also takes you down. Since this is a side-to-side split, there's finished area downstairs. We'll go up first. And the first door that we come to is actually the bathroom, the full bath. And this bathroom is going to need a complete makeover, I would say. The tiles on the wall are old and old colored. The tub could probably stay, but we'd have to re-epoxy coat it. That costs about 350 bucks. Would want to do something with this, probably this closet. Definitely clean it up and spray paint it. It's on roller doors, so flooring needs redone. I'd probably put some tile in here, or you could go back with linoleum. Tile would be a little bit higher, you know, higher quality, and you can always use larger tiles, which are cheap. Paint the ceiling. Again, replacement window, that's good. I would put a new sink and vanity in, and then a new toilet, obviously. New vanity light. Probably a new mirror as well, a new medicine cabinet. So, all those things need to be redone. Coming back out and moving on. Bedroom number 1, which is straight up the stairs. This one needs a, you know, full makeover, just new ceiling fan, probably to replace both those fixtures right there. Paint, refinish the wood floors. Got this half bath, which is in this master bedroom here, which is, you know, interesting. It doesn't have the shower with it, so not really quite as attractive for a master suite. But it needs totally redone. Floor, new sink, new toilet, get rid of the wallpaper, new vanity light. That cabinet may be able to be cleaned up and saved, but it's got the replacement window. Get rid of that, whatever that is around the top. It's like little balls. Little, made out of cloth that go all the way around the room. Isn't that nice? I guess at one point that must have been in style. This room is, you know, it's got 2 closets, so that's kind of attractive as a master. You don't see that all the time. So moving back out, got a light fixture there that needs replaced. Now you're coming in here to this room, bedroom number 2, we'll call this one. Paint the ceiling, refinish the floor. Obviously the walls are gonna need some TLC for sure. It's got the upgraded windows as well. I think they're throughout the house. You'll get rid of this wallpaper, and then probably have to patch or spot patch wherever, you know, maybe some of the glue didn't come off. New ceiling light. I would say the rehab on this one is probably mid to heavy is what I would call this. Here's bedroom number 3. And again, this is the smallest bedroom. New ceiling fan's gonna be needed. This closet has a step up in it because the downstairs stairs go underneath there. So it does have a closet rod. So you got some decent storage in this house. So this room, you know, floor, paint, walls, paint the ceiling. This pretty much goes for the whole house. Here's a old school door bell. Moving on down here, come back down the stairs, and we're going to go down to the family room. And you can see these stairs are pretty tore up. It's got the paneling on the wall. You probably want to get rid of that. You can see here that it's got sheetrock behind it, so that's good. So you might be able to just pull it off and then patch the sheetrock and go to town. But the ceiling needs redone down here. Yeah, it's not in very good shape. And then it's got an old ceiling fan here, which would have been kind of dangerous. If you see here, might give a tall guy a haircut. So you probably definitely want to come back with just some type of light down here for that. There's no reason, which they also have. Very strange, they have both. And then here's more paneling. Carpet needs to be replaced. And then that wall, looks like they had cut some of the paneling out or something because it's exposed. Wall behind it, and they probably cut the paneling out because, well, no, I don't think it's ever been cut out. I think that's always how it's been. So that's kind of strange. So then moving on into the garage, you got a one car garage here. There is definitely foundation problems here, and one of the problems I'm going to show you is still exists. You see that right there? That's daylight. Somebody tried to caulk it at one point, you can see that, but it didn't hold. Looking around this garage, it's still got some stuff in it, but if we come on around, you're gonna see where some of the ductwork is for the furnace. There is insulation down here, that's a good sign. And then there's the sub basement, I guess. That's off of this garage area. So with the garage here, there's a kind of where you would park right there, and then it comes around here to where you maybe you'd set up a workbench or park your lawnmowers and stuff over here. So that's kind of nice. So moving on down, this is the basement portion of the house, and you can see that it's got a Lennox furnace on it with some service records as recent as 2016, so that's not too bad. This Lennox furnace does not look real old. but it's got a humidifier. Here's the panel. The panel looks pretty good, at least from what we can see of it right now. It's definitely a newer panel, not the original panel that came with this house, so kind of a good sign. Also, that looks to be, yep, that's the sump pump. So it does have a sump pump that goes out. It's got the dryer vent here, your washer and your washing machine hook up here. There's been water that has come in from this window underneath this deck, so that would need to be addressed. Looks like these beams have been put in pretty good. Let's look at the top. Yeah, they are lag bolted to the joist at the top, which is a good sign. I always point that out. This one, same way. I put the board on it and then lag bolted it across. So, you know, what you don't want to see there is nails. You don't want to see nails on that. It's concreted into the floor, and any gaps in the back are filled with concrete. So, looks pretty good. But there is still some extensive cracking down here. Now to a renter, you know, not as big of a deal, but if you were going to resell this house, then I would say it would certainly be something that you'd want to take care of as best as you could. There's the main water line coming into the house, the main shutoff. You're going to see that's been retrofitted with, looks like a piece of PEX. And then the water line in this house is galvanized. You can see that. Here's more. And see, you're gonna, let me see if you can see this. If you can look at this wall, you see how it's bowing? That's why it's got that big crack down it. It's because there's pressures on this wall that's pushing it and making it split like that. Look how much difference there is on this one up here. That's how much it's bowing down the middle. That's all filled with concrete, which is good. And down here, same way. So yeah, foundation issues. I believe those posts right there are supposed to be every 6 foot as well. So that might be, it's close to 6 foot. It might be 7 foot though. I'd have to measure that one. Anyway, hot water heater looks like it's in decent shape. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't work. Of course, this house being a bank-owned home is winterized right now, so there's no heat or anything on. So, this is kind of it. We'll go take a look at the outside, and that'll give us an idea of the whole picture here. So back up the stairs. And out the front door. Go down and take a look at the street. So the houses around here are okay. You know, this is typical Shawnee, Kansas. You can see neighbors' places. House directly across the street is a nice little ranch house there. There's a ranch house. There's another split level down there. Ranch house right beside us is clean and well kept. And for the most part, it looks like most things on the street are clean and well kept. Obviously, there's some limbs down and stuff because of the recent snowstorm that we had, but here's the outside of the subject property with the one-car garage. It does have, looks like vinyl siding on the outside of it, so that's kind of nice. It did have tree problems from the snowstorm recently, so somebody will have to address that. I would imagine that the bank will have their service crew take care of that, but it looks like it took out the fence while it did that, so hopefully they fix that too. But yeah, the outside looks pretty good. I mean, it's got vinyl soffits, it's got metal wrap fascias, It's got all these metal wrapped. It's like metal or vinyl wrapped. It's got to be metal wrapped windows. You can see all that. There's the backyard. Houses behind it look like they're pretty clean, well kept. We'll go around to the other side. Rents over in this area again are about $1,100 to $1,200. Straight from the property manager's opinion. And the siding, I think the siding all looks pretty good, really. So the outside, you don't have a lot to worry about. It's just really that basement and all that work on the inside. You're gonna have plenty of that. We'll go around here to the back and scoot by this fence. You got some big trees here, which as a homeowner, this one's dead, first of all. So that would be a liability. You know, it's just a matter of time for that tree to come down. It's got a good sized backyard. And for the most part, it's all fenced in except for where the trees fell. And then these trees fell on the house too. So definitely want to get a roof inspection, make sure that roof looks okay. I can't get a very good look at it today. Maybe up in the corner. You can kind of see. Looks like it's 3-tab shingles, and I can't really look at it. I can't see it very good from here, but looks like they got some grit on them. But you know, like we can't see if there's any waves on the roofs or anything like that today with the snow. So it does have, here's another drawback. It does have overhead power lines. So that's what caused a lot of power outages during the snowstorm that we just had. Limbs falling on these overhead power lines and jerking them from the house. So the outside condenser for the air conditioner looks like it probably still works, but it's, you know, it's at least probably halfway through its life, if not more. They did cover that window well to keep the water from getting in. It does have a decent back deck on it with a ramp, so it's kind of handicap accessible back here anyway. And it has a radon mitigation system. I forgot to point that out while we're inside. So it's already got a radon system in it. So yeah, all in all, you know, it could be a nice home. It's just a matter of, you know, kind of what it's going to cost to make it that way. And an $1,100 to $1,200 a month rent, with a sale price, I believe, of $108 is what they're asking right now. My personal opinion, probably $35 or better as far as repair costs to get this one up and running on the inside. So let me know if you have any interest, and we'll go from there. Thanks.